from Village 1 and the members of the veterinary volunteers assigned in Village 1. May we ask the members of Group 1 from Banakaw to please rise. Right. Okay, that's the veterinary volunteers headed by Dr. Dan. Okay, so are we all ready? For the ASEAN Veterinary Volunteer Project, we are very thankful first to Kasatsart University and the National University of Lao, PDR. And we will present to you the Village 1, so the place that we conduct project. It's in Lao. And our village is called Banakaw, Saitani District, Laos People Democratic Republic. For the AVVP volunteers of the Village 1, the family names. And that is the group after an early day volunteer work that is around 9 a.m. inside the temple where we have our accommodation. So for the Village 1, we have a One Health Concept volunteer activity in Lao PDR. For the Village 1, we conducted first the animal health program, second is laboratory examination, third is education and information campaign, and the fourth is the community-based descriptive survey study. And later we will present to you the details of that. And that is one of the highlights of the activity of One Health Concept activity in Banakaw. For the overview, we have farmer being served is 17, and the total animals served is, per cattle is 92, 14 of which are male and 78 are female. And for the goats, we have 10, 1 male and 9 female. The village has around 300 families, and the family being served is around 17. For the supporting unit, we are very thankful to the village administrators and the village para-veterinarian. For without them, we cannot make this total animal served and the farmers being served. So for the animal health program, for the vaccination, for foot and mouth disease, we have 92 doses. For the cattle, Hemocell is 0, and that is forwarded to the National University of Lao. And also for the Newcastle disease, 0, we forwarded the vaccine to the National University of Lao. Second, for deworming, 69 cattle given by albendazole, and 2 the test for brucellosis, and it is negative. All the samples were negative, and for the result of plasma protein test, we have 9, 9, 10, and 9.6. For the PCV, the Paxil volume test, we have 31, 34, 36, and 38. For the education and information campaign, we've conducted it with the students of about 150 at Banakaw Elementary School. The ASEAN volunteers were there together with a volunteer from Japan, teaching the students with proper hand washing, proper toothbrushing, and introduce what is ASEAN and who are the members of the ASEAN.
So that is the all of the operation on cattle and this education to students. Now this is our topic study of our group in Village 1. It's the management of socio-economic profile backyard cattle farmers in Banakaw, Saitani District in Laos PDR. The objective of our group is first is to describe social and economic profile of livestock farmers, and the second is to identify the management practice used by backyard cattle livestock farmers. And the third is to analyze the relationship between the production efficiency and the technical support of the livestock farmers from the government and non-government organizations. So this is the result of our descriptive study. The first is the family members in this village. The minimum of family is 2 members. The maximum is 10 members. So the village is 5.12 members. And then the major careers is the rice farming, and the minor career is the cow housing. The number of people per families, the minimum is 2, maximum is 42. So the average is 8.65. For this chart, you will see that the alternative family career is the animal farm for 64%. And the next one is the seller, then the labor and the vegetable farm. In the economic aspect, the farmer income generation, the major is from the rice farming and alternative is cattle backyard farming. The selling price per cattle at the minimum is 1 million kg. The maximum is 6 million kg. So the average is 3 million and 80,000 kg. This is the management aspect about the housing. The cow will keep under the house as the smallholder livestock. And this is that we found from the interview of the villagers is the FMD, cyanotoxicity from cassava, and the abortion. The treatment is the modern medicine through the para-veterinarian, and also have the traditional medicine too. This is the cow housing of the village. It's used the wood to make a pen and the stable in the house. The cow in this village, in the morning, the villager will keep the cow until 6 or 7 a.m. And then after that, they will release the cow in the backyard or on the field. And they will keep the cows back at the 5 p.m. This is the chart for the deworming. Mostly of the villager never deworming the cows or any animal before. And 18% is already and 6% is not have any information about that. The vaccination, mostly have never do vaccination too. And 38 is already and 6% no information. Don't know data about the good or the advantage for prevention medicine. The nutritional management, the feed is the grass and the rice hay, and the water is natural, is the water from the well or the swamp in the field. And the waste management they use for to utilize for fertilizer. And the reproductive management, the breed of cow is native. They use the natural breeding and have some report of abortion from the 6 cows from the 34. This is a picture of the rice hay that's used for feeding the cows. It has one small model in this room. Chandra from Cambodia. The working aspect, the mostly used middleman for selling cattle. And there is the veterinarian that has been trained for by National University of Laos in Nabong. And no cooperative association established for livestock market. The conclusion of our work. We give the vaccine, food and mouth disease for 92 doses. And deworming the cattle by albendazole 69 and 2 ivermectin. And the goal is 10 albendazole. For educate students, we educate students for about 150 students in primary school. And laboratory work, we collect the 8 blood samples and 9 fecal samples. The research is the most well-explained. And the information is not widespread well because in this village they will use the amplifier in the temple to announcing the news in the village. And the first video then when we came to this village first, it was the first thing we difficult because we have to try about to use the cooking material, how to use the stove and charcoal. The recommendation for this village is to continuation of the animal health program and education of information campaigns on animal husbandry, livestock production. The second is to increase the support to develop the livestock in the area and to conduct additional research and development program. So I think someone have been sleepy after the lunch meal, so I will have some pictures to show you about the atmosphere in this village. The first is the temple that we stay and sleeping. The first time we have to cleaning first, and this is only the part of the member. We do it together for cleaning everywhere, and some people go to cooking. The vaccination for cow we do only the foot and mouth disease because it's no have the buffalo for the hemolytic septicemia in this village. This is the how to catching of the cow. This technique is for the villager in this village because if you use the rope to throwing and catch the cow, sometimes the cow is running and hard to catch it. So they have the technique to use the pole or the bamboo, and then they put the root of the rope at the end of the pole, and then we use bamboo to move the bamboo near the cow. That will decrease the stress or the frightened of the cattle. The next one is this is oral awareness of pictures to the goats. In fecal sample, we mostly have found strong gyroides eggs. This is a picture of interview village. We educate students about hygiene such as washing the hands, and sometimes we have dancing together with the students too. This is a picture in this school. And we give some gifts to the students such as the pen, the book, and we give some detergents to the teacher for using in the school too. In our delicious meal, we have many international meals, such as the Italian meal, spaghetti carbonara. We have the Japanese meal, the hot curry, and the Thai food too, and Thai dessert, Waloi Taiwan. Okay, now it's time for thank you for everyone for your attention.
Sorry for my pronouncing. I'm not a native Thai or Lao speaking person, if you can see. Like I said, I'm a representative of our group. This is our group pledge to could you please rise all so you can see all the people who are working together with me. Our doctor from Indonesia helped us as well. Dr. Yonanatono. And our supervisor was Assistant Professor Dr. Tanu Pinyo. So, what I would like to present to you is about what we've done, not only the veterinary work we've done, but also our small survey we did in our village. We made some conclusion out of it, and I hope we can give you some recommendations about next projects. So, like I said, we went to a village in Lao Pidier. It contains about 105 families. And when we came, we had the figures of the left-hand side of the animals that was done by a survey by Kansas University. We did a little survey as well, and the numbers of our survey on the right-hand side. So it shows that it's very hard to estimate the amount of animals that are in the village and what amount of animals you can vaccinate or do work. And the last information about the village is that there were 2 para-veterinarians, and it will show up later in the presentation. It's very helpful to have two good para-veterinarians working together with us. Our village is in the middle of the area, located in the middle. The other villages are around us. So then our veterinary work. We did about 174 cattle we served. We did vaccination and deworming and 160. Deworming only 13, and somehow we vaccinated 1 cow against HS as well. I don't know why, but we did. The number of farmhouses we visit is about 23, and like I said, the estimated percentage of animals we serve is 53. Then up to the buffaloes, we had some buffaloes in our village. We did 22 buffaloes at 3 farmhouses. Depending on the state of the animal, if it's pregnant or not, or it's the first time we vaccinated, we did the numbers of vaccination and deworming showed in the slide. Then we had a population of 135 goats, estimated number, and we did about 90 goats. We vaccinated 46 of them, and dewormed 44 to all. And it was done in 10 farmhouses. And when we were waiting for the cattle to come in, we found 9 piglets and 2 swine. 6 of them escaped, so in the end we did only 3 of them. We dewormed 3 of them. So all the numbers together, we did about 286 animals we dewormed, and a large amount of animals we vaccinated as well. Then we took samples as well while we were vaccinating and deworming. We took about 37 blood samples, 29 of cattle, and even 8 in buffalo. Like the other groups, we did a Rose-Bergel test, and it was all negative. We did a PCV, we measured PCV and PP, the plasma protein. It was all within range. It's a wide range, so we looked at the clinical signs of the animals as well, and we asked the villagers if there were any signs of diseases, and so they were saying there were no clinical signs. So we couldn't get any conclusion out of this lab results. Then our feces samples, we did about 33 samples. 20 were negative, 4 were positive strongless, and 4 on trichurus, and 7 had positive on strong bile eggs. So that for our survey was important to have a measurement of the infestation of internal parasites. Because we did our survey in internal parasites, our member in the AVP of Lao told us that in the villages were a lot of problems with internal parasites, so we tried to figure out if we can find some information about prevalence, knowledge, and treatment of this problem. So we made some objective for our survey. It was to gauge the knowledge of internal parasites in cattle of local farmers, to learn more about the treatment of internal parasites in cattle done by the local farmers, and to measure the signs of internal parasites in cattle's infestation by internal parasites. We did the clinical signs to measure the estimated prevalence of internal parasites instead of asking it, because we probably get the answer no, because the villages don't know it. So we made our questionnaire out of that. We did about 3 main groups. So the general information, like every group did, about family, life, veterinary assistant. And then we went on to the prevalence of internal parasites. Do they know anything about the prevalence of internal parasites, and how do they know? And then we asked for clinical signs. Do the animals show any clinical signs that we can link to an infestation of internal parasites? And the last group was the treatment. We asked about the technical information, what are they using, which medicine, and in which dose, and which time span they are using it. So we can roughly make a judgment of the treatment, if it's working well or not. And the last question was about the reflection. Do you know how to, does your treatment work in your animals? Do you think it works? And how do you measure your treatment? Then we went on to the results. At least a couple of our members in our group expect a lot of no's and I don't know, and I'm not sure, but I think we've got quite some nice information out of the villages. From the general information, the 24,000 questionnaire, about 60 were farmers and 8 had other occupations as well. They had some veterinary assistants before. Like I told you about the information about the villages, they had 2 veterinarians working over there. So 18 of them at least had once had veterinary assistants, and we had it 1 to 2 times a year, and some farmers told us that they could only do the clinical science. And the reason why they consulted a veterinarian is about vaccination mostly, and only 5 about warming. Then to the prevalence of internal parasites, 9 farmers could tell us that they have some infestation with some species, and out of the information which they describe, the worm and the feces, we can make out, or at least we think it's about a Taniae species that must be the worm that infestates the animal. 3 people said no, they haven't done any laboratory tests to confirm it, and 12 people had no idea. Then we asked about clinical science. A lot of people, a lot of farmers told us that they had weight loss in their animals, and the other signs they saw was diarrhea. The other signs we asked for, like growth loss in small young animals and mucosa and stuff like that, they didn't have any clue of it, so they couldn't tell us. Then we asked about the treatment. They used a B complex, a vitamin B complex they get from a veterinarian, or another vitamin prepared. And the last one, at least 3 farmers used it, was an oral paste of local herb mixed with urine they give to the animals to prevent weight loss, because they didn't treat for any internal parasite. The only treatment they were using was against weight loss. So these 3 treatments are based on the clinical side, weight loss. And then about reflection, they didn't know how to measure their reflection. So I don't know how you want to reflect on these 3 treatments against weight loss, because it's a broad sign you're treating. So then about the conclusions for our whole project. We were very lucky to have 2 veterinarians working with us. They had good commitment after we showed them our willingness to work hard. They committed to us very good and had good skills and communication to the farmer to help us. I think that was key for us to do as much as animals as we did. The communication was good. We went from farmer to farmer, and every farmer had their animals in their pens, even in the afternoon. So that's the third point of the presentation, is that the commitment of the villages was good. And I think it's come because of the communication. Then the other point is that the other point, like the group one showed, is that the restraint facilities is not in good conditions. Let's say polite. I think in some pens it's very hard to restrain an animal, and that makes it hard. And last we've got some positive results on fecal examination, but it's a bit of an argument for our survey to find out what we can do about it and how can we make it more, increase the knowledge of farmers to prevent for it instead of treat it. Then about our survey, at least the awareness of the prevalence in internal parasites is there. At least the farmers see that they've got worm infection in the feces, so that's a beginning, you can say. Some of them recognize clinical signs. They don't connect it directly to internal parasites, but it's a start. If we as a veterinarian can combine it to each other and get more information what they can do, I think we can get our prevention project more successful. And then we have to change of treatment, like most farmers use the B-complex against weight loss. Maybe it's about the discussion tonight and probably about the effective of B-complex and weight loss. And the last conclusion is the low knowledge of internal parasites and the prevalence of it and what they can do about it. So what we as a group would like to recommend to each university, I think it's especially in Laos and Thailand, but mainly to other universities as well, to do a field project like we did. I think it starts with a communication. I think it was our success in our project. We had the two veterinarians working together and get them helping to the animals in. We did it with veterinarians, but maybe we can get the government involved to do it as well. Head of village, even a priest, monk. It actually doesn't matter which person it does, but it has to be done to make it successful. Next is the practical circumstances. Like all groups, all groups explore that the restraint facilities are suboptimal. I think it would be very nice to build up a chute in every village to get all the animals done very quickly without stress for the pregnant cows as well. So we run them all and vaccinate them all instead of doing half the amount of animals. And at last, the knowledge. We have to improve the knowledge of the farmers to get the success of this project going. Because, like we said, the farmers don't know anything about internal parasites and what they can cause to their animals. So if we can improve their knowledge about internal parasites and what it can cause to their animals, I think they would like to do some prevention against it, and they were willing to keep the animals in if they know what they are doing and why they are doing it for. So that's our presentation about our village, and on behalf of my group, I would like to thank you all the members of the Kansai University and the National University of Laos to helping us get this nice experience in the villages. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
We are group 3, and first I introduce by myself. My name is Hayato Furumoto from Hokkaido University, Japan, and this is my
name is Zafira Petiza from Bogor Agricultural University, Indonesia.
Then I will research our presentation about activity in Berrington Village last year. These are our group members. These are group 3 members. And in addition, the teacher from Professor University, Dr. Sydney Kubra sorry. This is our members. Then first I explain about our village background. Our village is in South Saitani district, Vientiane capital, Laos, and there are 140 houses divided into 9 sub-villages. And there is 725 people in 159 families. And in this village, there are 166 cattle and 175 apples, and a few pigs, and 2003, 178 dogs, 125 cats. And next, I explain about activity in Bergtown villages. We have vaccination in cattle and buffalo with foot and mouth disease and hemorrhagic septicemia. And deworming also in cattle and buffalo. And interviews and laboratory tests with simple flotation test, PCV test, plasma protein test with brucellosis test. And the result of the vaccination and deworming, total vaccination 136 out of 341 cattle and buffalo. And this is 39.88%. In cattle, 56 out of 166. This is 33.73% in this village. And buffalo, 80 out of 175, and this is 45.71%. And we collect 19 blood samples and 17 feces samples. And this is the laboratory test result. In simple flotation test, we found strong-tailed egg in one house and treacherous eggs in 2 houses. And in PCV test, one sample was abnormal, higher than normal. And plasma protein test, all normal. And brucellosis test, all negative. These pictures are laboratory tests like this. And we found the meiosis in one calf. A calf, 8 months old, male, native breed with black skin. The calf have a wound at the palm. The diameter of the wound about 5 centimeters with 3 centimeters depth. And fatty lobes were found inside the wound. In this picture, that is a wound position. And we treated this procedure. And first, flush with water and tincture iodine. And second, put up a larva for the wound. Third, inject penicillin combination with streptomycin 5 ml and give 2 doses of these to the owner or inject by himself every 3 days, and a bottle of betadine for flush every day. Next is presentation about result of the interview, presented by Ms. Zara.
Thank you. I will explain the result of our interview. Our objective is to know about about health management of farm animal and human depend on education background of local people. And we have one topic about One Health, consists three parts, first human health, environment, and animal health. The first topic is personal question about education background, and almost more than 60% all of the villagers in Ferntan village is elementary school. And source of knowledge in farming, source of knowledge about farming. The farmer in the Ferntan village have knowledge from the trainer of vet about 41%, and the other from book, newspaper, other farmers, and the leader in the village. And the next topic, One Health and part animal health. How to treat the animal when they have the disease. And the farmer called veterinarian, para-veterinarian to treat the animals sick. It's about 70%, and the other is treated by themselves and no treat. And the topic animal health about zoonosis. More than 80% of villagers didn't know the meaning of zoonosis, and 12% know the meaning of zoonosis. And the next question is how often the villager call veterinarian. About 21% every day farmer call veterinarian in certain conditions. For example, when the animals sleep on extras. And 3% every week and every month. And 73 other it's depend on condition. For example, 3 months, every 2 months, every 6 months, or once a year. Next question is about money for animal health per month. And the farmer in Ferntan village spend about 10,000 to health management for the animal. 7,500 tip is about $1 US dollar. And next topic is about human health, and the question about source of drinking water. And 35% in Ferntan village use distilled water, and the others about 65 the villager buy water to other village. This is about environment and distance between farm and house. 1% about 16 until 25 for the house farmer and the farm. And for more than 40%, about 6 until 50 meters far from the farm and farmer house. This is about disinfection in farm. And once a week, the villager use the disinfectant about 15%, and once a month 60%, and the other is 69%. We also asked about the outbreaks in the village, and there is a poultry case. There remains dead chicken in the past from infection disease, but this is, the infection from infectious disease is suspect because the farmer didn't bring the sample to the laboratory for tests. And their methods of manage the dead animals in burn, bury with calcium hydroxide. And we also buy some books to give to the library in the village. This is the owner of the library in the village. And our conclusion in activity in Ferntan village is based on the education background of the villager is elementary school. So we conclude the villager knowledge about animal and environmental health is less, but the knowledge about human health is better, and they can implement their daily life. Our recommendation for next activity in Ferntan village deep education about animal health and environment to the villager, and do vaccination and deworming program continuously, and also villagers should have good personal hygiene. This is our activity in the field. We separate into two groups. This is the most difficult activity because the cattle in that village is very aggressive. It's restrained. And after we interview the villager, we interpret data. This is our activity cooking, and we have many dishes for cooking from Japanese miso soup, and from Indonesia we try to cook pecel and Thai food and love food too. And this is our nature meeting room. Yeah, we have beautiful scenery in our meeting room. And beside North River in our we want to say thank you for the leader of the village, the veterinarian of the village, and the teacher and staff of Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Kansas University, and the teacher of Veterinary Faculty of Agricultural, National University of Laos, and the people of Bernal Village. Thank you for attention.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. I'm glad I go back here in my piece.
Let me introduce myself. Myself is Ronald from Group 4 of Village 4. I will present about our project in Bangka Champa village. It's 4 kilometers north from the village number 3. And I will present with my friends. Please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Karuna Kumutaya. I'm from Kasesa University, Thailand.
Okay, and also we have the supervisor from Kansas University, that is Dr. Young Rakampo, she's not here, and another supervisors, Dr. Melrose, the Condilo, please, that Dr. Melrose from Philippines. Okay. And we have also a member from the group 4, please guys, maybe the dean want to see you there. Okay, that's all. Okay, the first presentation will be a report from our project vaccination in our village, and will be presented by my friend Paul. Please.
I would like to present our service in the village. We have two services, which are cows and pig poultry. In cow, we did a vaccination of foot and mouth disease for 79 doses, and we did hemorrhagic septicemia disease vaccination in 68 doses, and we were 74 animals. And we also collect samples from some of these animals, which are 18 blood samples and 19 feces samples. I would like to explain the difference in the number. Yes, hemorrhagic septicemia, we didn't do it in some of the cow because they already did the vaccination, and for the deworming, we didn't do it in cow that which were pregnant for less than 3 months. Okay, next, in poultry, we did a Newcastle vaccination in 95 chicken, and did a fall cholera vaccine in 94 chicken, 94 animals, which are chicken and ducks. And for laboratory result, from the blood sample, we find PCV, plasma protein concentration, and resource examination. For PCV, all of the samples are in normal range, which are 25 to 39. But for plasma protein concentration, all of the samples are above the normal range, which are 8.1 to 10.4. We guess that it might be the result from the hot temperature. And for the brucellosis examination, from 18 samples, 9 samples all are negative. But for the other 9 samples, we couldn't find the results because there were no serum available due to bad handling. And for the feces sample, we did a simple flotation with have a result that we find for strong dye in 6 samples and more dyslexia in 1 sample. Okay, so next, Paolo will be presenting about our questionnaire.
I'm sorry about our disturbing picture. That's our work. Okay, I will explain about our survey that we done in our village. Our subject is about ethno-veterinary knowledge and practices of livestock farmer in Ban Aceh Satnam district, Laos. Next slide, please. Okay, what is ethno-veterinary medicine? In a simple word, veterinary medicine is like a herbal traditional medicine. Herbal medicine that belong from the part of the plant or part of body of animal to make a medication. And why the interest in ethno-veterinary knowledge is because we want to design from traditional medicine that we can make a new version at the right dose, and then we can use in the farmer just to prevent about antibiotic resistance of antibiotic and something like that. That's why we try to document about the traditional medicine that they use in our village. Next slide, please. Okay, our objective is only to document the ethno-veterinary knowledge and practices of livestock farmer in Laos. We will try to find the disease condition in village, the knowledge of the farmer about the disease, and then their knowledge about the ethno-veterinary practices and medical plant that they use for to cure the disease. Next slide. Okay, study area is in Bantan Champa. The respondent livestock farmer, especially cattle, we focus on cattle, and the method is semi-structured interview, pre-design questionnaire, focus group discussion, and field visit. And technically in field, we're separated into 3 teams. We have 3 teams. That is, the first poultry team, and the other 2 is cattle team. Their job is the cattle is to vaccinate the cattle and then give medication for the cattle, and also do the interview. In the poultry, do the vaccination in poultry and the interview. So we try to make it efficient. So we do the volunteer project, also the questionnaire study. And then the data we will get the data for the disease condition in the field. And then for the ethno-veterinary practices in the field and the medical plan. Next slide, please. Okay, the respondent profile. Number of respondents is 21 cattle farmer, and the average age is about 45 years, and the presentation of farmer is 57% is men, and 21 is engaged in small-scale mixed farming system, and the average number of cattle raised is 8.48. Okay, this is their knowledge about the disease. Mostly they know about the FMD and hemorrhagic septicemia, and the others is like about pig infestation, black leg abortion, and anthrax. Okay, mostly they have full knowledge about the etiology of the disease. They don't know the causes. They don't know how the animal get infected. Only few of them that understand what the etiology is. Next slide. But I'm sorry. Next slide. Last slide. Last. Okay. I have technically problem. Actually, they have a good knowledge about the symptom of the disease, but they have a poor knowledge about how to prevent the disease. Only few farmers, but mostly they know how to prevent FMD, but the other diseases they don't know how to prevent it. Okay, next slide. Okay, next slide, please. And when the cattle get infected from one disease, they combine the traditional medicine and modern medicine, and it's effective in farming. Next slide. This is the list of the plantation that they use to treat the disease. We have like dough, we use the bark. They cut the dough into pieces and boil it with salt water, apply it topically two, three times per day for 1 to 3 weeks, and it's effective. Mostly, all of the plantation, the plant they use is effective to cure the FMD. But we still need further research to know the dose and everything to make it new packaging of the traditional medicine next. And then this is to cure the flow and wound. We use lemon and tamarind stem. Next slide, please. This is the picture of the bark. They use the bark of the tree, and then that's the tree and tamarind tree. Next slide. Okay. Result 7 disease condition that we get the data from the field, and 7 APP based on plant-based medicine, mostly is dough, starfruit, tamarind, lemon, compound, goat, and corn. Next slide. The conclusion is that the farmer have poor knowledge about the actual diseases, but they have good knowledge about the symptom of the disease and how to prevent. But mostly they know about the FMD and hemorrhagic septicemia, but the others, they don't know how to prevent it. And the farmer combine ethno-veterinary with modern veterinary medicine. And our recommendation for this village, if we do this project again in the same village next year, maybe we can do further research to determine the mechanism of action and accurate doses of traditional medicine, and seminar and trainings to further the farmer knowledge about animal disease. This is the photo journal of our group. This is our activity about the interview with the farmer, and that's our volunteer program. We give the vaccination into the cattle, and absolutely we cook for, and this is the condition. Our village is spread by the river. We have to cross the river by raft to get into the village, and then we still have drive by car about maybe 5 kilometers. Okay, that's it. That's all from our group. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much indeed. Miss Anissa Uliani Novia Lahuyu. Next person, Next person, Mr. Abhiwat Side. Next person, Miss Apa Kamuntala Pisay. Next person, Miss Ashley May Abade. Next person, Mr. บุญเลิศศรีวิไล And next person, Mr. Shananda อ่อนละมูล So Mr. Shananda อ่อนละมูล Next person, Mr. ฉายพงศ์วิลาวัน Miss Chia โลตนา and Chika Nishitani. And Mr. Shanok Tirapun. That is Mr. Grant Amoncio. And Mr. Hayato Furumoto. Next person, Ms. Keng Suwan Ratana. Next person, Ms. Kwanchano Pongpadit. Person, Ms. Gong Gao Hong Sawat. Next person, Ms. Christine Boyanti Poti. Next person, Ms. Merrill Andino. Next person, Mr. Mohammad Miftahul Rahman. Next person, Ms. Nanta Asanjanan. Next person, Ms. Nalinta Sujito. Next person, Ms. Nisa Mututanon. Next person, Nui Ukai. Next person, Mr. Nutpayud. Next is Mrs. Pashalapor Gantari. Next person, Miss Pan Chandra. Next is Mr. Priyashat Chitpotpong. Next is Mr. Pongton Motkao. Next is Mrs. Lapipan Kechai. Next is Mr. Tawan Santachit. Next is Mr. Hai Song Sai Kyu. Next is Miss Tandawu. Next is Mr. Tight Mandat. Next is Mrs. Tipagon Luxury. Next is Mr. 3 Moano Dadi. Next is Miss Washilapon Sanso. Next is Mr. Virapong Lawe Pasit. Next is Miss Vilasini Lausi Ratana Chai. And the last but not least, Miss Savila Fatisa. And one more actually, from the lecturer from Philippines is Mr. Yadodono from Indonesia, sorry.
Veterinary Educational Institutes, distinguished guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very glad and it is an honor for me part of this special occasion. It was my first time to visit this new animal hospital of SSR University this morning. This is my first time. I also would like to thank all participants for your exceptional contribution in this project, as well as a sincere gratitude to our supporter, the CPF company. I have learned that all of you have participated and exchanged the ideas among each other during the last 3 weeks of traveling around the country. You may have a chance to see the different culture as well as the hospitality of the Thai people. As ordinary, we the Thai people all have respect our King's guidance on union is strength. As a member of ASEAN countries, I vision the harmony among our nations and try to strengthen cooperation and collaboration in the future. The ASEAN Military Volunteer Project, initiated by SSR University, the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, was very extraordinary. This project has clearly shown the mindset of volunteer work of our young generation. I do hope that the seed we have planted today would be the foundation for the future of ASEAN veterinary projects development to sustain our growth. Finally, I hope all of you have a safety journey back home and convey our wishes to your friends and your family in this country. So now it is time for me to declare the official closing of ASEAN Veterinary Volunteer Project and network meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I would like to ask Professor Dr. Niwat Priyanhanit on the stage to give out souvenir for all the deans that participate in today. Next person, Dr. Lomsit Sidik, from Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Alangga University, Indonesia. I would like to ask all deans to stay on the stage after you receive the souvenir because we're going to have the group photo together after that. Next is Dr. Sihadi, the Dean of the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Bangkok Agricultural University, Indonesia. Next is Dr. Joko Pastoro, the Dean of Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Gajah Mada University, Indonesia. Next is Dr. Udom Bonkampang, the Dean of Faculty of Agriculture, National University of Laos. Next person is Dr. Maud Habin Bejo, the Dean from Faculty of Vet Medicine, University Putra, Malaysia. The next person is Dr. Mon Assam Khan, the Dean of Faculty, Purabutan Veterinary, University Malaysian, Kelantan. Thank you very much, Dr. Professor Dr. Niwat Rianghani. And next one, I would like to ask the chairperson of Promotional Committee of Kasetsart University Affairs, Mr. Amnoi Netayasupa, on the stage to present the deans of the university participate today with the souvenir. May I ask Dr. Jose Alexander Abela, the Dean of College of Veterinary Medicine, the Central Mindanao University, the Philippines. And Dr. So Yang, the representative of University of Prophet Sai, Yusin University, Myanmar. And next is Dr. Thim Dinh Tho, the Dean of Faculty of Vet Medicine, Hanoi University of Agriculture, Vietnam. And next is Dr. Srilat Umlamai, the Dean of Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Khon Kaen University. Next is Dr. Lertlak Sri Kichakan from Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Chiang Mai University, Thailand. Next is Dr. Abhinand Supasar, the Dean of Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Kasetsart University. Next is Dr. Jesada Lumpupadi, the representative from Faculty of Vet Medicine, Mahanakhon University of Technology, Thailand. I would like to take this opportunity for all the deans and the chairmen to take a photograph together on the stage. To take a photo with our deans and also the chairman of Kasetsart University, please.